Well, hello everyone. Thank you very much for tuning to another game dev session with Green Bomb Games here. It's myself, Holy Ninja, and hope you guys are ready for a lot of fun. So kick back, relax, enjoy the jazz music or whatever changing music we're going to be doing, and watch the magic happen behind the scenes. So the overall goal that we're going to be doing this stream is to hopefully get a working version of this beta testing of a game. Well, for the alpha version of the game. Right now, things are not working as intended currently, but that's the beauty of programming. You plug in one hole and 12, 13, 15 different holes appear, and it's dead. It's funny, right? I know. So, let's go ahead, get this party started. So if we were to go ahead and run this game right now, let's go ahead and turn down the volume for this. I have 2 Soul Sacrifice cards and 1 Sacred Barrier. Player starts at 15 soul points. The opponent is supposed to be at 15 soul points as well, but we're going to be fixing that later. Purifying Flame, Blessing of Hope, reduce your corruption by 8, heal 8 corruption. That's already a discrepancy. See, every time it heals corruption, it's healing the soul points instead, which should, well, no, it's not healing the corruption at all. It's supposed to, but it's not. So the game still proceeds even after, and it shouldn't. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening, but it is. So we've already identified a few problems. Yeah, so we already have a few problems right now with this game. So what's happening is that despite the victory screen, the game is still going on in the background, and that shouldn't be happening. Number one. And number two, when the corruption is supposed to be healed, instead it just takes away from the soul points and it doesn't heal the corruption at all. And that's on top of the problem that we're already dealing with when it came to, because as you noticed, one of the rules of the game is that so long as you're above 5 corruption, you're supposed to be drawing from the destruction deck. We're not doing that. So we technically have 3 key issues that we're working on, and I'm hoping to work through them. I don't know if this is going to be a short stream though. I want to try and reach for 2 hours, but depending on how I'm feeling, this might be a rather short stream. It might just be cut to 1.5 hours. But we're going to go ahead and press through. Go ahead and quit, and we're just going to go ahead and start debugging this. So, in order to find out what we're doing with the corruption date, we're going to update deck button availability. It's a method that we do in order to literally update the deck button availability. What is supposed to happen is that when the player reaches 5 or more corruption, the destruction deck unlocks and you can access the destruction deck. Problem is that's not happening. Period. So what I'm gonna do is, if it's greater than or equal to 5, having it disabled is rendered to false. It's no longer disabled. I'm gonna do 2 more print statements just for a debug. And we already have an else statement. Else is true. And we copy these 2 statements here. And now we need to make sure that a check is added to make sure the button reference isn't null. So update deck button availability. If not, draw destruction button. Print. And that's a debug statement that we're doing. This should work. I keep saying should work. I hope it works. So let's go ahead and run this game. So right now I'm just choosing all the cards so I can expedite my destruction process. Right now the destruction button is still not it's still not showing. So what should be happening right now, since I have 21 corruption, is that I should be able to draw from the destruction deck. But I'm not able to do that. You see, the draw destruction button is still grayed out. And if we look at the debug messages, error player corruption bar is null, opponent corruption bar is null. But if we look at the code, the corruption value is greater than 5, so this is not concerning the corruption value. So looking at it, and I'm also using Claude to debug this to help me debug it. So essentially, the update deck button availability is called. So we see that the player corruption is 21. Let me pull up the game for you all to see it. So the update deck availability is 21, as you can see right here. And the destruction deck should be enabled, which it is. The button disabled state right now is just true, which means the button is still disabled, which shouldn't be true. Because once the player reaches 5+ corruption, the button should not be disabled. So there's a logic error happening right now. Let me go ahead and end this game. Problem is, that's funny. Okay, so if I change that line, it just disables the draw creation button. Okay, hold up. This should fix it. So it's the player's turn to play right now. So gain 3 corruption, gain 15 soul points. And now we can draw from the destruction deck. Boom. It's all because of this. Why is it always the misspelling errors that's killing me? Okay, so we got that done. And we still have a whole list of things to refactor, chat. It's not even funny at this point. I need to get rid of these refactoring messages. I mean, not refactoring. See, my mind's not in the right place. My mind is not in the right place right now. I need to get rid of these debug messages when all is said and done, because it's like putting up structures and everything else. All right. Alright, so we got more refactoring ahead of us, and the next one that we were supposed to be doing after this was extracting the entire visual card system. So, I'm just gonna be like full disclaimer. This game, I am using AI as an assistant. So let me be clear, as an assistant. The AI does not code the video game for me. It helps me with it. It helps me with implementation and programming guidance, but it does not like it doesn't write the code for me. So what I do is that I have it search databases, well, not databases, I'm sorry, I have it search repositories and Godot documentation for things that I can refer to when it comes to building my game. So all this code is originally mine that I'm thinking of. It's just not Godot, Claude helps me formulate it better. So, but that's the only thing when it comes to this game that's going to be having a hand thing that's going to have AI's hand. But when it comes to like voice acting, artwork, assets, and all that stuff, that's going to be by human hands. I do not trust AI for generating assets. Now, I know games like Arc Raiders do AI generated assets and everything, but this game doesn't. It's a hard no for me when it comes to artwork and everything else. But when it comes to coding, when it comes to programming, I'm pretty much going to have to get used to using AI as an assistant when it helps with programming, because it helps things become efficient. So that's what I'm doing when it comes to this game. Alright, so now we need to... Okay. So now what we're going to do, because we're refactoring the entire card system, I'm going to create a new file. And I already created that file. I actually already created this file in advance. So I already have a new file called card visuals. So what we're gonna do, and which is that we're gonna start filling in these methods. So we're gonna apply the background and border styling based on the card type. But if you're in the chat, say hi. How you doing? Hope you're enjoying the jazz music in the background and all that kind of stuff. Tell me how your day's been. Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? I did. I had some good food and everything else. It was pretty good for me. Yeah, what I have for Thanksgiving was, typical turkey and mashed potatoes and dressing, green bean casserole. Well, sorry, did I say mashed potatoes? Excuse me. Sweet potatoes. More namely, I had bourbon yams. Yams, sweet potatoes. I think they're the same thing. No, they are the same thing. Duh. But I had like turkey, bourbon yams, green bean casserole, dressing, scallop potatoes, and gravy. And for dessert, we had like sweet potato pie and cookies. Cracked open a nice bottle of sweet German wine. It was actually my favorite wine from this wine spot that we always go to here. And yeah, I loved it a lot. So yeah, that was how my Thanksgiving went. And it was my goal to actually work more on this game during my Thanksgiving break. Supposed to be a cream color background for this one. red, green, blue, and then alpha. Yeah, RGBA. And then underneath all that, we apply the border styling. Two, three, right, top, bottom. And then after that is style box dot corner. Corner radius. Top left. Top right, bottom left, bottom right. Control C, Control V these. Equals 8. Equals 8. Copy paste. All of that, and then we do card underscore background. We adding a theme. Style box override. That is an actual method. I don't know why it's tripping right now. Add theme style box override. Did I misspell this? Nah, I don't think so. And then, yep, okay, there it is. Panel. Style box. And now we're going to be printing a statement. Card type. And then I think that's the end of that method. Sorry, Chad, I got pinged a lot on the Discord I'm part of right now. Checking the Discord. Yeah, it's but alright, let's continue this. enhancing the soul cost display in and we're adding a uh-oh. You were not supposed to see that. And that's just my desktop screen. But so chat, the enhancing the soul cost display is if any of you have ever played like games like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh or Card Fight Vanguard or any of these other games, right? When you play these, or just any card game like Balatro or Slay the Spire, I'm pretty sure they'd have that mechanic. I've never played those games, but I have played for certain Magic the Gathering. I have Magic the Gathering cards right now on my desk. And I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And Card Fight Vanguard. So if you've ever played those kinds of games, right, those kinds of card games, they always have a cost detailed on a corner of the card. So when it comes to enhanced soul cost display, it's part of the visuals. So when you click on that card, right, it is supposed to show that soul cost display, period, so that the player knows, like, okay, my card costs this much. So I'm trying to make it pop for you so that you can see it. Excuse me, I'm having a bad case of the hiccups right now. But that is the goal of enhanced soul cost display. So yeah, let's hope you're good enough. Hope you guys like my explanation. But that's essentially how things are going down with it. So yeah, cool. Yeesh, this is bad. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I'm messing around with my windows right now on my other screen. This is not good. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my one of my windows in a good spot. So okay, cool. So now I can see loosely what's happening in my Discord, and I can see also the stream chat. Cool. Cool. We're good. I think we're good. Oh, I need to. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, this is not good. Where is it? What happened to it? It's gone. Nope, it's not. Cool. Stay on that window. Right there on front. Yeah, right there on top. Cool. Alright, now let's go back to actually programming this game, because I messed around a bit too much on the windows on my second screen. I have a dual screen monitor display, so what you don't see happening right now on the stream screen, I'm messing around with everything on my other monitor. Alright. Enhance soul cost display the card. So what we're trying to do here is we are adding the soul cost badge to the top left corner. So is that cost? You'll be able to see it. And we are doing a var soul cost. And we are doing a card.getMeta. information of the effect data. Dot get soul cost 0. And if the soul cost is less than or equal to 0, so if it's less, so the cost is less than or equal to 0, we have no cost to display, so we're just returning it. Alright, so cost badge dot position is also a vector 2 because this is a 2D screen. 5, 5. You know, after this stream, or maybe midway through the stream, I'm going to be playing Marvel Rivals because right now is Marvel's Day. Rivals Day. My God, I can't speak. It's like Rivals Day right now. That's happening in Marvel Rivals, and I love Marvel Rivals. It's one of my favorite video games ever to play. I'm a Squirrel Girl one trick. I mean, if you've been part of any of my other streams, Squirrel Girl has always been my favorite character to play. Mainly because, first and foremost, Squirrel Girl's cute. I'm just gonna be honest. Squirrel Girl is legit like has the body type that I like in a woman personally. And she has a very, very, very cute personality. So, style box flat, dot new, BG color, and then we're doing color red, green, blue, and alpha. It's supposed to be a cyan background. And for a cyan background, we're having a 0, 0, 0.8, 0.8, 1.0, and that's a cyan background. So then we're going to do a border with left, border with right, border with top, border with bottom. And then we're going to copy this. And we're trying to make this a darker cyan color, so it's supposed to be 0606. And then we are going to do batch style dot corner raise top left, copy this, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And then we're doing cost dot badge, sorry, underscore badge, and we're adding a theme, style box override, and we're doing a panel badge style. Yep, that's what we're doing. Yes, there we go. It's supposed to be 2 on all sides. And then it's supposed to be a 6. Oops, don't do that. Do not do that. We are not supposed to do that. Alright, there we go. Label new cost underscore label text is, we're converting this into a string, the sole cost of the card. Add theme font size override. Theme color override. This is supposed to be a white color. And then cost label position. Vector 2. 8.3. And then cost underscore badge add child. And it's supposed to be the cost label. Cost label is supposed to be the child here. And then card add child. Cost badge. I'm missing something, am I? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. There we go. So the music that's currently I cannot speak again. Excuse me. The music that's currently playing in the background is music from a YouTuber by the name of Dr. Saxlove. And now, a thing about me is I really do love jazz music. Jazz music is actually really good. I love jazz music. Jazz. Oh my god, I can't speak for the life of me today. Sorry. Jazz music. I love jazz. Jazz is actually really great. Like, I listen to virtually all kinds of music, including rap and hip hop, but I'm more of a techno alternative music kind of guy, quite frankly. An associate put it very simply. I'm a black guy that does white people things, but whatever. I'm me. So we put a space in here, and we're going to start on the next function, which is called Enhanced Text Hierarchy. Now, given that we just got done with enhancing Soul Cost Badge, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you all know what Enhanced Text Hierarchy is. Because, again, this is for visuals, this is for the UI. You guys need to read. I'm enhancing the text hierarchy. So, let's go ahead and get things done here. We are improving the text hierarchy with proper font sizing. Oopsie. There we go. And also, as we continue doing the streaming and doing video game development and all that kind of stuff, my code will constantly be refactored. So what you see on the screen is not necessarily true. It's not necessarily like to stay. And plus, all this code is not really going to be for free open source use. I don't intend on open sourcing my games until I'm like in my 40s, 50s or something like that. It depends on how long my game's been out. If my game has been out for at the very least 10, 15 years, then I'll probably open source it. Child, add, theme, color, override, font color. So we're all doing font size and font color for all of them. I didn't need to type them all out, but I'm so used to typing things out because it helps me learn. If I get a more hands-on approach to things, right, it helps me understand things more. So that's what it was. GPU particles collision. Gotcha. When I type things out, I'm a hands-on learner. So once I start typing things out, I start learning and understanding where things are coming from. I'm what you would call a kinetic learner. I learn things more so hands-on. And another thing too I actually wanted to talk about is definitely like AI in video games. Now, me, for example, I'm a solo programmer, and being the person that I am, I know I wouldn't be able to get this game out by myself without some sort of structure. So one common struggle before AI became prevalent was I always struggled with how am I going to start my video game? Where do I start? What do I do? How do I build and build and build? And I'm not really that good at just starting things first and then finishing them, because when it comes to video game development, I view the task as like a mountain, and I have no idea how to break the big rocks into little rocks and then start things from there. So what I did with AI is that it helps me break down the big tasks into smaller, more manageable tasks, and then things just compile. But as for the coding aspect, I've been programming since I was in college. I started off as a physics student, then I changed majors to software, to computer science. So I'm a computer science bachelor's guy, and I've been coding since essentially college, and I code as a professional career. When it comes to AI in programming or AI in video games, one thing I always tell people, especially when they ask me before going into the software development field, is that AI is a tool, but it should never be a solve-all button. I'm all for what you would call the ethical use of AI. If you're using AI to help with your research and help with your implementation and all that kind of stuff, in my personal opinion, I think that's fine. Because you're not using AI as a solve-all button. You're using AI to help supplement what you got. But if I were to go ahead and go into Claude or GPT or ChatGPT or Gemini and say, hey, make me a video game that does this, this, and that, that is where I draw the line. You cannot make a video game based off of a mere prompt. Now, you can have a video game idea. And have the AI help you make it. But if you have a video game idea and then just say, hey, go into this prompt and I'm going to go into this prompt and just make the video game, I guarantee you that game is going to come out like crap. So I want to be the kind of guy that practices what he preaches. And, that's essentially what I'm doing. So what I have when it comes to my AI assistant, like I said, he goes into repositories, he goes into the Godot documentation, he actually goes and finds me tutorials and everything else that people have posted on the internet or have posted online for me to refer from. That's what I always do. That's what I like doing. It's so that I know that what I'm doing, people have done before. And that's actually the beauty of game development. Somebody has done it before, it's just your turn to iterate. All game design is based on iteration. So what I'm doing is just taking what people have done before and iterating on it, because you can't really copyright a concept like what Pokemon tried to do with Power World. And I'm glad that they lost. I am happy that they lost. They deserved to lose. So but yeah, that's my stance on AI, period. Like, it is a tool, it is not a solve all button. My problem is when people treat AI as a solve all button and think that they've done something. You didn't. But one thing I definitely do suffer a lot is imposter syndrome. I suffer through imposter syndrome a lot. Um, and imposter syndrome essentially when like you achieve something but you feel you didn't deserve it because oh I did this, oh I did that, all that kind of stuff, or I didn't do it because, or I don't think I deserve it because I had help or whatever. But one thing that was told to me when it comes to overcoming imposter syndrome is just telling that voice in the back of your head to shut up and watch me. So, yeah, I am programming this game. Is it with the help of AI? Of course. I can't. I know full well what my skills where my skills limitations are, and I just use AI to help me supplement it. But this game that I'm making and the other game that I'm making, they're all my own idea. AI didn't come up with this. I came up with this. I'm just using AI as a tool to make things more efficient for me. Because, truth be told, I'm a one-man army. This game in particular, when it comes to the card game, this is a card game. So when it comes to this card game, I'm not exactly a one-man army. I am the solo developer, but I do have a sound designer who helps me with it. And also, you guys can also go on my itch.io page and find the original page of this game, and you can easily see in bold that I disclose that I have used AI for implementation and programming and implementation guidance. So so it did not code the game for me. It is an assistant. But when I release this game, I'm just gonna play it on the safe side and say yes, I used AI, and give it the AI tag. Say yes, I used AI, but it is as an assistant. It has assisted me in coding. Everything else I did with AI, everything else is by the human hand. I think that's RGBA. Yeah. Something is not right. RG. I don't know why. I don't know why it was giving me that error. That's funny. But hey, if people decide or say they have a hard no against my game because I used AI as a helper, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so the next method that we're going to be dealing with right now is add card frame elements. So each card has like a frame. It's a professional frame. And now I came up with this method because, and Claude is helping me implement it. I came up with this method because of Magic the Gathering. So Magic the Gathering has like frames, has like card frames. So I wanted to have a card frame as well for mine. So I got this idea from Magic the Gathering. Claude has helped me implement it. So yeah, that is the purpose of this function, to add card frame elements. And this should be a rather straightforward one, because what we're trying to do is add like these line separators and everything else for a more professional look. And pretty soon, this game is going to have like actual professional artwork. It's just I have to work with what I got. Now, it can be professional artwork from somebody that I actually pay, or it can be professional artwork from myself, because I do know how to draw. It's just a long time since I've ever drawn anything. Like a really, really long time. Like it's been an absurdly long time since I've drawn anything on my digital tablet. And I own a Wacom Cintiq. And yeah, no, it's that's essentially how things are gonna go. It's been a while since I've drawn anything, so it's either I hire an artist that's going to help me with artwork for this game, or I do the artwork myself. But I can guarantee you, when it comes to this game, there's not gonna be any kind of AI generated assets. Everything is going to be done by the human hand. So we're talking voice acting and yeah, we're talking voice acting, we're talking like environments, we're talking story, all that kind of stuff. That's going to be done by the human hand. Period. The only thing that is even going to get touched by AI is really just the programming, and the programming is just for implementation assistance. I hope I'm not over explaining. Also, if you're in chat and you have any recommendations on how I can improve my stream, I would greatly appreciate it. I love to have my streams be engaging and more, you know, um, you know. I keep saying I would love to have my streams be more engaging and popular for people. So if you have any recommendations so I can get better at my streaming, please, I'm all ears. I'd love to do so. We can't really run this game right now yet, because if I were to run the game, it's gonna break. If I were to run the game right now, it's going to break. So I can't run the game right now. Actually, one thing I do plan on having in this stream is like a an avatar. So you'll see a Green Bomb avatar. It's gonna be fun. This is... what are we doing? Panel new. Type line. Okay. I already realized that we've been streaming for about an hour and a half, so this is gonna be fun. I don't know if anything's real. I hope by the time the stream ends, we're gonna at least get this class done. This is a lot to write. Actually, on second thought, guys, I'm gonna be cutting the stream short. One of my friends is streaming right now, so. But I do thank you for hanging out with me. So I hope we get to hang out again. My next stream is going to be Tuesday. Like I did say before. By the way, you should also be able to follow my Substack. It's greenbombgames.substack.com. So you can follow me on Substack, follow my articles, my devlogs, and everything else. How do I say this? Let me go ahead and do the transition so you guys can clearly see what I'm talking about. So yeah, my stream is ending. You can follow me on my socials, HolyNinja16 on my Instagram, HolyNinja16 on my Twitter, and also HolyNinja16 on my YouTube channel. So if you are not here for this stream's log is also going to be on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it if you want. And everything else, I don't know if there's much to watch and everything because there have been periods of me just pausing instead of actually programming, so I do apologize for that. But there is going to be content I do plan on my YouTube. It's just that right now, for now, I'm mainly streaming, so I hope to have more content out for you guys, and I thank you guys for joining with me on this journey. So thank you all very much.